First, what you said about the thing she did not say. I think this is just me thinking again how the networks work. Maybe she was just given that one chance for season 1.
Like maybe even one show.
Yeah, she's an underscript person. So the way they receive lots of scripts. They're like, okay, this doesn't sound bad. It's unique. No one else has it. Let's try, but only for one something. And then it became such a hit that she started becoming important. But maybe she didn't want to either bore us with those details,
or show us that side,
or show us that vulnerable side where she was at their mercy.
That's a good word, because I don't think she comes across as
at any
vulnerable
point.
at any point.
She don't.
Yeah, she doesn't. And she makes no apologies. Like for instance, that bit for her kids, the way she chooses to parent her kids. She makes no apologies for being that mom who doesn't make homemade cookies. You know that part. So if, say for instance, if it was any other person, maybe you'd criticize her. But how she came gun blazing, I'm not criticizing. This is how I do my things. So yeah, better get
Take it or leave it. So get the hell out of my book.
Just get out. So there's no one point that she come out as someone who has failed in one thing. I didn't get anything about her.
I found it offensive, to be honest. I'm like, it's okay to not cook. You know what I mean? It's okay if you're the one who buys pizzas, and it's fine. But it felt like she was gun blazing.
She really went on full on.
It reminds me of Miley Cyrus, and I think what's that other small girl called? Ariana Grande. When they were kids in Disney and what, and they were really kids with their, I don't know what, they used to wear like cats on them and all kinds of cutesy stuff and just be pink and bubbly and fun. And then they had to transition from that into the adult market, and they went, as in removed all their clothes and just went crazy to show, I'm an adult.
No longer exists.
She's dead. I killed her, and this is me, type thing. I think it's the same thing for Shonda, where people resist a woman who doesn't want to cook. So you have to come, and it's shock value. In your face, I am not going to cook, and that's how we're going to live. So that people don't question you so much. They're just like, okay, that's the kind of woman you are. I'm not going to try and
But you see, there are women like Oprah who already blazed that trail. Like Oprah in her shoes, she could easily tell you, look, I'm so poor at it, I have a chef. Like I had a chef.
But very few women are Oprah.
Yeah, but Shonda looks up to Oprah a lot. So if America could accept Oprah with that weakness,
they didn't even. Oprah cooks for Stedman and says that over and over and over. She's been saying
now,
she's been
when
saying
she
it over
a chef, when she resigned from mainstream TV.
The chef would cook for her, I think, special food for her diets and whatever, but she would cook for Stedman. So you can see that still traditional tag of a woman was also still hanging over Oprah's head in a sense.
I get you, I guess.
So maybe hence the need to come and defend why.
It was too strong though.
It was. That one,
Yeah, I thought she was not. Like, it's fine, hire the chef, it's okay.
Okay, you already formed that.
Because here we don't care. Maybe there, I think it's the people hold you to a certain level.
Expectation.
Like, why not? Why not cooking? Why do you have 3 kids and not cooking for them?
And why do you have no husband?
And why do you have...
And where's the man? Okay,
type thing. So I think she had to just...
Or maybe she's gone through that, like, privately. You know how, like, everyone is asking, why are you not able to cook? So it's a thing that has really...
and then now and then she had to, like, it was an outburst. Like, I've had enough. Let me just...
Actually, she wasn't writing from nothing. That's what maybe she faces all the time.
I think she's one of these people who absorb things.
As an introvert.
They do that, yes. And then they come out in weird ways.
And then you overcompensate.
You overcompensate.
You're like...
But I identified with her, being a writer, I really understood like the internal thought process. And then the idea of the train is coming, a deadline is coming, and you really have to write this column, whatever it is, before the train comes and knocks you over. And then the way she would express herself as if you're not there. She's writing a book as if no one is going to read it.
Like she's talking to herself.
Like she's talking to herself. That was very inviting to me. What do you think about her writing style? Just the way she frames the whole...
Okay, perfect. Okay, I liked that thing, whatever was happening in her head. Like, I'm reading what's raw in her mind.
In her mind,
That I love. In fact, I find that really funny. I'm like, I can identify with some of these things. Because, again, you're introvert. Like, we are forever doing that. So that was, spruced throughout the entire book. For me, it was my highlight. Like, major. Like, if I was to say, what do you like about this book? That.
her tone. Not the tone.
A
not the
window
tone.
into
Yes,
her
yes.
thinking
Like a
process,
fly on the
how
wall.
Like she allowed us to get into her brain and see how
that's
she
it. So I
feels.
could see, hey, your brain is ratchet, my God. Those are the things you think about, oh my God. And I'm like,
those are the characters you create, oh my God. Yeah.
Those are the things I was oh my Goding about.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that aspect. But I did not like the hard tone, that the need to, I need to defend myself here. I didn't like that overpraising.
But she said she's one of those very strong feminists.
Do you realize
those
Black American women, everyone, it's like there's a crown on your head, put on your head if you come across as strong.
Which is a good thing.
It's not a bad thing, but
I think it's because of historical injustices and the things they've had to go
through. It's like a history of oppression where you have to just...
and so now they're coming...
I read a book that has vulnerability, softness, femininity.
Becoming has so much softness, Catherine.
Okay, maybe.
I'm still stuck on that. It has so much softness.
No,
Why did she like it?
Compared to this book, it's really soft.
It's soft.
Compared to Shonda, it's really, Michelle is soft.
If you see Michelle and Shonda, just looking at them, you think that Michelle would be the one that's in your face,
Yeah.
So...
Mine was, I had never interacted with Shonda, the face, the person, beyond, when you watch it and it says created by, So when I started reading, I was like, wow, she's a good writer. And then I was like, okay, she's also funny. So it was just a mix of all these interesting things about a woman that I have believed in her work for so long, and then get to also interact with her writing almost at a raw level. So that for me was interesting. And also I like books that just, when you read and then you smile, or you're like, that's funny. It chuckles, and it's like, okay, that's interesting. So I liked that book. So you can't, it's a book, and I see how you read it in 6 hours. I think in one sitting I probably did, I did about 150 pages in one sitting, and first I shocked myself. I was like, oh, wow, okay. But it's not a hard book to read, There's some books you struggle to read, and even get beyond like chapter 2, you're like, I need a break. So for her, it wasn't. It was, she lets you into her mind, and then she wanders a bit, and then she will bring you back, and then she will tell you, it was more like, I introduce something about my life, I'll take you through everything I have gone through, and then I'll tell you what my key takeout was. And so it was easy. It was like a nice golden thread to just read and see where she was. For me, it was so golden.
That thread was rusted.
You didn't like the way she was going back and forth. She was tying everything together.
Let me tell you, it's a book you can't keep down, like, because you're looking for, you want more, you want
the
more.
Next thing,
So you persevere, you tolerate that being diverted, you're there struggling to say, okay, let me just stay here because it is taking me somewhere, but
it was relevant. It wasn't like a story over somewhere, and then you wonder, where is this coming from? For me, I was like, okay. I appreciated where she was coming from more.
It's too winded for me. I'm like, just tell me all your accomplishments once, then tell me about your kids.
Then the book would have been 100 pages.
Which is fine. Now that would have been a year of years, perfection.
You're not reading it for an exam, you're reading it for enjoyment. So you have to go up the hills, down the valleys, see things, the scenic route.
No, it wasn't scenic. This route was full of just dark clouds.
Wow, Catherine, wow.
Anyway, it was called the Year of Yes. So what would you say yes to the most about that book?
Not reading another book she's written, I would say yes to. Not reading another Shonda. Unless you've read it and you can convince me that, okay, here, this book, she appears or comes across as soft. Now she's revealing a bit more. She's telling us where her fear for relationships is coming from. She's telling me a bit more. Like, there's this need to be perfect and not giving me everything. Now, I have questions there. If you're going to write a book, especially a woman at her level, then give me things I can be like, wow, I'm identifying here.
Now that you say that, she really didn't reveal much about her life. Like in Michelle Obama's style, from the time she was an egg, she kind of just picked different things and made them very symbolic and metaphoric in a way. Like she tried to teach a lesson of the things she was telling you. Which, for that reason, I wouldn't want to read another book, the sequel, because in my head I'm like, it was a year of yes, you learned how to say yes.
What time is it? Someone needs to just...
And yeah, that sound hell is freezing over.
Hey, me, I want to read it. I want to read the sequel.
Because what else? What else? So she's learned how to say yes. So there'll be more yes.
Yeah, the book started at the top of her career.
Yeah.
She started us off when she's successful. You get? Like, let me at least know how you struggled as a production assistant somewhere.
Or something.
Like
Maybe she chose this one struggle. This one struggle.
Okay,
Maybe, to tell us about this one, the struggle or the fear to be in the limelight, people to get to see her face. Maybe that's one struggle she chose. So if she chooses to go about why she's averse to marriage, or why she's and just something. Me, by then I'll read it. Even if it's not,
look,
I will still read it.
Assuming she started, I don't know, see, I don't even know what her beginnings are like, so I can only guess, Assuming she started as a runner in a movie set. You get? Assuming.
Oh, her beginnings in that, I think she started writing for movies. She wrote like 4 movies before she came into TV, like Princess Diaries and a couple of others.
I don't even know
for movies, it's not just one writer, right?
Yeah.
It's a pack of writers. Fine. So there she was maybe nothing. You get? She was one of 10 writers. Yes. So I just kind of feel, you give me this book title, Year of Yes, but you've been saying yes all along. See, by the time you're moving from Princess Diaries to the next level of production, to the next level of TV, to the next level of national TV, where an executive in ABC believes in your dream, girl, you've been saying yes.
I think what Yvonne said is what happened. Like her work spoke for her.
Yes.
Her writing was so good that
you
people
know
are
how,
like...
you know how sometimes, okay, the way maybe I'm relating it a bit more because I've worked in an industry where sometimes people see amazing work and they don't know who did it. And sometimes that's the thrill of a creative. You don't, like, your work will speak for itself and you're happy. You see people's reaction and you feed off it. So that's what I was saying. Maybe for her, when she does this piece of writing, she doesn't have to do much because it will open doors for her. So
it's not that. I'm in the industry she's in.
Okay.
It's not that simple. And here it's easy because you have like 5, 6 major TV channels. So this one producer knows that I need to go to 6 major channels. I get an audience and I keep pushing 6 maybe executives. In America, where first of all in Hollywood everyone first starts as a waiter before you get noticed. Hopefully a movie director will walk into this restaurant and give me a chance. Now her as a writer, her work being noticed. So it's either someone opened that door and there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe one of the movies she wrote for, she needed to push her way in and said, look, just give this script to whoever's editing. And that's fine. We all have to do that. But why is she not saying that? Is what I have a problem, because she said yes. Her yeses didn't start with this book. She's been saying yes pre the book. I don't know if you see that.
Yes, yes to professional opportunities.
Yes.
She said yes.
She said yes.
But I think back to her being an introvert and not closeted, but so inside herself. She was saying yes to things that made her challenge herself personally. Like go on Jimmy Kimmel, go on TV, people are looking at you.
But look at the things she's even struggling to say yes. Going to Jimmy Kimmel is a struggle.
Because of the kind of person she is.
Yeah, that girl is not an introvert. In fact, she just let me down alone.
Oh my God.
She's not an introvert.
She said even when she was saying how fat she was, and she was fat, you can see the introvertedness of trying to hide under a cloak of fat.
Yeah.
You don't want to be seen.
But this just suddenly came out. When she started tasting eating success, the fruit of her labor.
No, it was her
the challenge was, and then she was like, by the way, I don't. When Chris One, her publicist, is always throwing, oh, you've been invited here, she's like, no. Like everything was just no for anything that took her out there. So it was more of a person, not professionally. I think she's a go-getter. She's always been a go-getter. I believe that.
Creating those characters.
I know she says lucky, which she hates lucky. You cannot be lucky.
Yes, I believe those characters it's almost like she's got multiple personalities. And she couldn't express all that weirdness. So she wrote them. Now here's Chris telling her, come and show up as you. Come and Shonda, talk as yourself, say what you want, let people see you, judge you, So I think that was the scariest thing for her. So in terms of saying yes to her, saying yes to confronting her fear.
Again, the things that freak her out, things that just make her tremble when she thinks that she's going to go there. When she's creating the characters, I mean, she's trailblazing.
She's free.
But when now you need to actually go out there and reveal yourself and be vulnerable enough and be
Don't
people
use the
to
word
see.
vulnerable, please.
Be
Retract and apologize.
sorry, Shanda. Or just allow people to interact with the real you. And I can see why that would be a bit intimidating.
How do you think
in a
then
way.
she got to where she is? If she wasn't saying yes, if she wasn't presenting her concepts in a boardroom full of white male
Dominated.
you know, how did she get there? Because she needed to make someone believe.
Maybe we need another
This
book.
story, look at this story. This is where I think this story will take your network. That was not a one-man conversation. That was a boardroom convo.
I think what she does well is write. She knows she writes well. I think when it comes to defending her writing, she can defend that very well in the world that she has created. Because that's something she has created separate from her. So it's like, I've written my book, this is my book, this is why it's good, this is why you should buy into it. That is my book. That is not me. So I think that's I imagine, because we have no idea. That's what propelled her. I can understand, because as creatives, in the industries that we all work in, creatives are very inward, many of them are inward looking. But their eyes light up when they talk about maybe design,
their work,
or a good story. So I think that's what allowed her, gave her that courage to push professionally. But personally, I think even now, maybe I will read a sequel. Now you've changed my mind. To see.
I'll only read it if it's first taking me before year of yes. I want her to say she's been saying yes.
Yes, to what?
A prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Wow.
Thank you for teaching me.
I did not know that.
Me either. Yeah.
Perhaps we should ask for those ones before
what had happened before.
And especially just making it through.
Yeah, there's a story there which for me would be more beneficial because this level we're at has a lot of us. So you want to know, how do I shoot through now to her level where no one touches your story? The way I write it is going to be produced, is going to be aired. Take it or leave it. That's a very powerful place to be.
Very powerful. Yeah. And I still think the way to do it is just to be excellent.
Excellent. I also picked that. Like you have to be really good.
Thursday night she must be doing something right. I know grades are a bit boring nowadays, but
yeah, that's true.
There was a time
I still watch it.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Scandal.
And private practice.
Scandal. Everyone was on
But there was a time when the writing was just beyond reproach. It was just perfect. And she worked at that skill. I think that's what.
Yeah. But I think it also takes, you need to just have one. And then that one opens every door.
Yeah.
And I wish she kept saying that to us, you know, just to encourage the professionals. A lot of people in her industry actually went for that book because, whoa, the woman has written. Maybe here there's a secret.
Yeah.
There was a secret.
There's been many
fears. Face your fears.
And learn to say no. Don't tell me it's like learning to say no.
Some people don't know how to say no. In fact, even I still don't know how to say no.
You first read that book again.
So I think it was a very profound lesson. Be yourself. Show up. Say no.
Yeah.
And face your fears.
Yeah.
Nice. I couldn't say it better. But yeah.
So what have you said yes as we wind up? Since you read the book, yes, what have you been saying yes to?
I said yes, we said yes to coming here.
Yes, this by the way.
We're introverts as we are. We're showing up as
me. You know, because I was telling her before we came here, I have made a profession in preparing people for interviews. And then you get a call. See, we want, I was like, me? So then why am I reading this book if I can't say yes? You know, it's just yeah. Then I was like, okay. Fine, I will.
Said yes to go talk
so
about
I
the
am
yes.
This is my yes. Yeah, it might not have been. You know, funny thing is when this book was actually gifted to me this year, but then I didn't know what the book would be about. Like I didn't know about it. It was like Shonda revealing herself and how she struggled, or rather how she challenged herself. So for me, it was those ones for, you know how you prophetically speak into your life. And then it was the right book for 2019 as you get into the year. That was what I was going for. And then when you read the book, it's like, okay, it's not, but fine, I'm interested in. So to the person who gifted me this book, Karanu, thank you very much. So yeah, so my first yes is here.
Wow. First yes is here. Books and blogs.
Nakambia.
Casting Yes by Shonda Rhimes. And your yeses, don't tell me coming here. You've been here several.
My yes. I'm trying to think. No, actually, I have very similar yeses to Shonda Rhimes. It's just showing up as myself, being authentic, and then just accepting that people will judge you or not, like you or not, but then that's who you are.
That's who you are. You don't change who you are.
So even before I picked the book up, I was in that kind of space.
Yeah.
So when I read it, I'm like, yeah, it's true. You can't get anywhere if you don't face your fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And celebrate yourself.
And since it's my show, Catherine, what about you?
No, saying yes to letting go of the small stuff. Those things you just latch on to.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, don't sweat it. Just say that no and keep walking. You know, you say goodbye and it's okay. Or open this door, it's fine. Just letting that go. Since I read it, I think a year or two ago. Yeah. So that's my yes.
Okay.
Good stuff. Would you like to wind up?
No. God, please,
you hand over the job.
I give it back to you.
Okay, and what are you saying yes to? Be happy to know that. Hashtag Katie and Lifestyle. This book, go get it. Go get it if you are afraid of facing things in life, afraid of saying no, afraid of just putting yourself out there, afraid of overpraising yourself. Overpraising yourself. Wasn't normal.
I should have closed.
You should have closed. Yeah, if you're afraid of those things, find this book about this Hollywood powerhouse, Shonda Rhimes. She's not on Netflix actually.
She's not on Netflix.
She made a lot of money.
She's like quadrupled her money.
Yeah.
See, what can she give us the secret?
She
Work hard.
I want the sequel.
Excellent.
The prequel and the sequel.
But then I'm with you on this
There's
one.
nothing like
completely.
Two against one.
You tell us your yes.
That's same gender rule. Two against you.
Two against me. Okay. Thank you for watching. Again, thank you to 4 Points by Sheraton, located here at the airport. It's a beautiful place. Just walk in, just have some water on your way to catching your flight, or on your way back, have some dinner. I'm assuming you'll be landing at night. I'm sorry.
Have some coffee.
Have some coffee, anything, but just walk in here. It's gorgeous. The service is excellent. The people are really wonderful. Thank you to 4 Points by Sheraton for hosting us. Until next Monday, say some yeses this week, but make the no's a majority.
Good one.